Hey everybody, welcome back to Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And we're playing Dark Souls 3, and it is time! Everybody has been waiting for this moment for so long, and we're gonna finally...
Who's everybody? Hey, look at that, you could buy the Farron gear.
All of our... everybody.
I mean, we were waiting for the key, right?
Everybody who's any... This one.
A tower key, woo! Pick it up.
Got it.
Let's read that gear, though.
Okay.
Now that we can buy it, look at the Farron gear. It just looks so awesome.
This one?
Sure, why not? Attire of the Abyss Watchers, the Undead Legion of Farron. A black dyed leather vest worn over chainmail. These undead warriors vowed to partake of wolf blood. They acted in the dark, seeking out any sign of the Abyss, fighting a constant war with its abominations. Does anything else say anything different? Not really.
Constant war with its abominations. Constant war with its abominations. Oh.
This pointed steel helm was a distinct symbol of the Legion, shook as a sinister omen by the masses.
Yeah, I can see why. That looks fucking badass. Alright, we bought it. Now what? Now we can... It's a skeleton key. We can unlock all the locked doors in the whole game.
Let's go outside. Upstairs. Hey, let's go talk to that guy.
Gaining admission to the Legion is a
What?
matter of
It's like he didn't even realize that you killed them.
Inside their keep.
He don't give a fuck.
snuffing out
We already
the
did
flames
this.
of
Oh my
three
gosh,
evil
you son of a... Pay attention.
God.
Pay attention.
Mm-mm.
Nope, that's outside.
Go that way. Up those stairs.
You tell me to do one thing, and then you jerk me around.
Go there.
Hold on.
That's right. Patches isn't there. Where did he go? Hey, what's that? Now, have we
It's
been out this way
outside.
yet?
No, you haven't let me.
Yeah, I didn't really talk about it. Look
Tombs
up.
of Giants.
Look at that giant right there. Nope. Cheer.
That is like the very first, like, straight up Dark Souls 2
You're absolutely right.
reference.
Now, of course, you would have found this way earlier.
Seed of a giant tree.
I believe that thing doesn't spawn until you get invaded. It says it makes enemies react to invaders, right? So these giant trees were also
Oh, okay.
known as Watcher trees. Their seeds unmask invaders. These seeds will help counter dark spirits, so it's pretty cool because it basically, you know, enemies don't react to them. Well, now they will. That's pretty much all it does.
Cool.
It's handy, especially when you get invaded and you want to live.
It's handsy.
If you know you're gonna die and you don't care, you just kill yourself. All right, let's open up that gate.
Alright. This is the super expensive key.
Yeah, $20,000. The souls. for this tower key.
$20,000.
I wanted to wait until it was like, you know, basically like a boss's worth, and you almost had it. I think you had to pop one soul for it. So, I didn't want you to have to like farm for it because that's a pain in the ass.
Pain in sein asshole.
Now, did you ever come out here in your original game? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Although you may not have encountered some of the things that happen.
Make it sound so spooky.
Look at that. That tree's
Trees
growing
growing on.
in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nobody's tending to this place. Now, if you remember the master, that man with the Uchigatana and the...
From the very beginning.
yeah.
Who I made Mountain Peak.
He was standing in front of it, almost like guarding it. Or he had just gone hollow in front of it. Did you just hear a slam?
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Oh, I won't be needing that. Great view.
I know, right? It is interesting, too, is that you see all these mountainous regions and you see the ocean. So you know that there is, like, a land. And, you know, you could definitely see the ocean in Dark Souls 2.
Ugh.
Obviously, Majula is right at the edge of it.
But there's nothing beyond that that's mentioned. Everything
Yeah.
that's mentioned as far as land and stuff seems to converge right there. Like,
Well, you also
right at the seat
you
of
hear
the
about
action.
these lands, like Karim and Londor and Astora. What's this? All right, take a moment here. Look up, and you can see that there's a bell.
Oh, bell.
Now, I mean, it's not like the Bell of Awakening.
I don't see a lever to pull it.
Yeah, the bell would have
Why
been...
isn't this the Bell of Awakening?
I don't know. I don't really know, because the Bell of Awakening, I think, was just the original Dark Souls thing. And it might even be related to it, but remember, the Firelink Shrine didn't have a bell. the bell was actually at the top of Undead Parish.
Right.
This is definitely not the Blighttown
bell. It could have been relocated, though, because honestly, the first bell wasn't far from Firelink.
Right. And bells definitely are, like, significant and important in these games.
So, I mean, the fact that this is here, obvious, as some sort of homage or symbolism.
Right. And if you look at the body that's here, it's actually wearing clothes. And a lot of these bodies that you find aren't wearing clothes.
They're naked.
Yeah. Actually, pull out your binocs. Well, not from here. Change your angle slightly. Sure, why not? That should be good. Look at her face.
She's got a visor, like that goes over her eyeballs.
What does that mean?
She's a firekeeper.
Most likely, yeah. All right, let's go. Whoa.
It's fine. I knew what I was doing.
And there's your proof right there, Firekeeper Soul. Let's take a look at that item. Now, if you remember in the original game, Firekeeper Souls were used to power up your Estus Flask. That is no longer the case, because that's what Undead Bone Shards do.
She's returned from the abyss.
Who's said to have returned from the abyss, this Firekeeper preserves the bonfire and serves its champion. She is said to have soothed and accepted the dark sigil, which has tainted her soul. And yet her soul will one day embed itself in the bosom of another Firekeeper. Again, this mentioning of someone who returned from the abyss. You know, now that I'm just thought of this thing, I'm thinking maybe with all this returning from the abyss person and this Firekeeper, if that isn't Ulasil or Ulasil, or not Ulasil, Dusk or Dusk's, like
if this isn't Dusk right here.
Yeah, I wonder if Dusk was the original Firekeeper.
I mean, maybe. What?
Well, they talk about returning from the abyss. How does somebody return from the abyss? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this is definitive. I'm not like leading you to like kind of like, oh, think about this, think about. I'm actually just. I'm thinking to myself.
Speculating aloud.
Speculating aloud. Yeah, I don't know if it is. I'm honestly probably not. But if you remember, she was in the abyss, and she was at where you killed Manus. Badges.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is going to kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
Not gonna lie, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
now you never encountered this.
Well, I mean the fact that like, oh, okay, this guy's fucked me over once, and
have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every man's dream, right?
And then you pay this absorbent amount to get a key that obviously gives you like an important item,
right?
And then it has a consequence,
right? Yeah.
Against somebody who's like the notorious villain of.
I'll look after things.
Right.
By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Open the door, dickbag.
Yeah, right. He's not gonna do that.
I can't even target him.
So if you look off to the side, you'll see that there's items down there. That item, it's kind of tricky to grab. I always have problems with it, but don't worry about that one. That one's at the bottom. You'll get to that. You could cast Spook. Did you?
Nope.
Nope, you took it off. That's funny. You can't do it. Try rolling off the edge instead of jumping. But I don't... no, I guess not. Well, that's to be expected.
Alright, well, we'll equip Spook next time.
Sure. Equip Spook and then go talk to Patches and figure out what the fuck he's doing, because he doesn't... I guess he didn't think that you would come back.
Right, you were just going to die there and leave all of your things like everybody else.
Yeah. Maybe he was expecting you to go hollow in there.
And not die?
Yeah.
And not try to get out?
Nope.
Patches?
Wrong way. Nope. Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's fine. I know what I'm doing. I've got this. Wicked smart.
All right, now he's going to be, yeah, in his basically his corner. Okay. Nope, go for it.
You're alive. Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this.
So charming.
I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right?
Don't forgive him.
Oh, for heaven's sake. No need to jest with a face like that.
It's funny as
You're
that
still
is
alive,
without-
and
you're
I'm
not
here
wrong.
grovelling in the dirt, so to speak. Oh, I know.
I have a mustache.
A token of
now
my
you do, yeah.
sincerity. Right and proper, huh?
Oh, is he not going to give this to me if I forgave him?
That
We're
and
just
I
a
think
couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it.
keep talking to him.
Ah, I see you've met Grey Rat.
Now he knows
A
Grey Rat.
sneaking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing.
Alright.
Let's talk to him again. Purchase? Yeah, purchase. So yeah, it's funny, he still sells that stuff. Now that ring is interesting. It boosts the kick effect. It says, Unbreakable Patches adored this ring and the feeling that it gave him when he kicked his marks into the depths of treacherous traps, but suffered no shortage of ridicule from his associates for relying so heavily on the tired old trick. But who is the sorrier, the horse who knows only to kick, or the fool who approaches the old beast without thought?
That one's pretty rad.
It's a pretty clever thing. And then his gear is actually this black leather gear, which actually looks pretty cool. I remember wearing it a lot in Dark Souls 1. Cool. The wearer of this fine attire was admired by friends and enemies alike, for his skills were unmatched and his heart was true as gold. As its new owner, you have quite the shoes to fill.
Wow, and who wrote that?
Let's keep moving along and see if there's anything else. Yeah. So, okay, there's a theory saying that because of the way that these are written, there's an idea saying that, like, what if all the items are actually written by Patches?
Can't find anything
And that
in there.
Patches is
You could try looking a little harder.
the narrator of the
Jeez.
story. And there's also people who think that Miyazaki, Patches is his, like,
His
Care-
omnipotent
his-
force.
yeah, his-
his
his insert.
vision.
yeah, let's go back to where we were. No. Through the... We'll talk to Grey Rat if we, like, fall and die again, since we'll be back there.
Sure.
But yeah, so some people think that Miyazaki writes the notes, writes all the story stuff, or and because
descriptors.
Patches wrote that one like that, that means all of them are him.
I think
it's not a
that's-
super strong one, but
I think that's a poor.
yeah, but it's a fun little thing.
It's definitely
he definitely
fun.
wrote
He
to Black
obviously
Leather.
wrote that one. Yeah.
Right. You could try jumping. I actually don't. I can't reliably land on that thing. I don't know how to do it. Oh dear. Ah, you got it. Sweet.
Almost.
Look at that. It's another Firekeeper.
I can't get it.
You can.
Ooh.
It's the whole set. We'll read those too. Actually, for females, for female characters, I actually like wearing that gear.
Look at that. No damage.
Now look over there.
A fuck ton of firekeepers.
All these piled up Firekeepers. Eons and eons of them. They all just get dumped here.
That's gross.
I
This
know.
is weird.
Through
What's
each
in
like
here?
cycle.
Estus ring.
Through each cycle of the fire, they just get discarded. This ring was entrusted to a certain Firekeeper, but in the end she never met her champion, and the ensuing tragic farce became a favorite tale of the masses. So you can see that there's more Firekeepers than there are champions, and sometimes they never, in the cycle, they may never meet each
find
other.
their- Wow.
Yeah, right? It's like some sort of, like a farce.
Oh, and we were gonna look at
Their gear. They don't have a helm, which of course it would be, that thing.
Dink.
The Firekeepers were robed of light to better serve as vessels for souls. Only those who cherished the writhing, searing darkness were given the Keeper's black attire. It's a very cool looking set. Oh, what about the rest of it set?
They all say the same thing.
Not always. Sometimes there are individual pieces that say something different. So we always check. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now we can leave through the door, now that this way opens.
Beep. Oh, nice jump. You see the athleticism Baby Kick displayed there?
Yeah.
He's been working on that.
So, let's go back into Firelink Shrine, and let's go talk to Grey Rat.
I mean, okay.
And let's do a few other things
Only seems
as
fair.
well.
do a little bit of shop cleanup here at Firelink
Yeah,
Shrine.
let's go talk to our Firelink lady.
Are we gonna spend this whole episode at Firelink Shrine?
We might.
Wow. I'm not even mad.
Oh, hey, there's somebody over there. Morn, to your left. Not Morn, sorry, the guy that is wearing the Morn set. Talk to him.
He looks kind of spooky. I know. And he blends in really well.
Yeah.
I know you. Been some time. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates? Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here.
Ooh, she's a degenerate.
He's not a very nice person.
This place is a...
Okay. Let's go talk to her.
This place is a hive of activity.
Yeah, right? There's a shit ton of stuff going on here. Okay. You have a couple of the tomes. Give them to her. Give her...
Oh, Champion of Ash, do you wish to hear a tale?
Yeah, give her some of them. Now, you'll notice that these two are Deep and Londor. Now, we've read them before, and they are, like, bad.
Both of them are?
Yeah, because they're both from the dark.
Okay.
They're both Abyss Braille Divine Tomes. And by giving them to her, we're basically saying, forcing her, we're saying, you know, look into the dark for us.
And we're doing that?
We are going to do it because without doing it, there's two different storylines for her, and the one where you keep her pure is not as interesting.
Oh,
So
God,
we're
gonna
for
corrupt
the
her.
yeah, for the sake of the story and the show, we're gonna corrupt her.
Oh,
I know it's terrible.
What's this? Champion of Ash, this divine tome is forbidden.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. I'll give it back to the library.
These are dark tales of things that lurk deep within men. These stories would not please you.
Bitch, you don't know.
Of course, if you insist, I will read them for you. Only... they frighten me so. The little creatures that nibble at me in the darkness.
Okay. She's talking about these little nibbling creatures again.
Again?
Yeah, do the other one too.
What's Champion of Ash? These are, of course,
Oh, she says
only
the same
the
thing.
little
Let's take a look at what sort of thing she has to purchase. Oh yeah, now you can see all these dark ones. This Gnaw, and what else? Oh, taught in the Cathedral of the Deep. These insects which lurk in the deep have tiny jaws lined with fangs to tear open the skin and burrow into the flesh in the blink of an eye, causing intense bleeding. This is actually a good spell. Deep Protection. Slightly boosts attack, damage, absorption, and resistance. The Deep was originally a peaceful and sacred place. This is not the first time we've heard that the Deep was peaceful and sacred, but became the final rest for many abhorrent things. This tale of the Deep offers protection from those who worship amidst those horrors.
Wow, that was a big one.
Londor, the Hollow Realm, is a society of undead, comprised of the corpses and shades of those who led unsavory lives. Is such blessing really something one must ponder? This one's from Londor. Dead Again's pretty neat. It transforms corpses into traps.
So they like explode like...
Yeah, kind of. This one is a vow of silence, basically the silent spell. Members of the Sable Church are all trained swordsmen, each sworn only to their weapons as they bear the leaden silence of Londor. And if you remember, too, that people from Londor tend to be like assassins and stuff, that there are like assassins from Londor.
Sure.
They would use vow of silence to like help assassinate. And what's the Dark Blade? The third daughter, Liliane, one of the founders of the Sable Church, is said to recount tales that portray the suffering and conflicts of Hollows.
Their hierarchy and like godship is so crazy and convoluted. Like,
yeah. So Liliane is not a god. Liliane is a daughter, a woman, and of which Yuria of Londor, the lady on the other side,
yes,
she is her sister. And there is a third sister that we don't know about, because obviously Liliane's the third sister, right? So there's one more sister, and we don't know who she is yet, but we will learn.
She's a Crystal Sage.
Okay.
Grey Rat.
Talk to Grey Rat real quick. and then we're gonna go back and talk to the Morn guy.
Ah, there. You know I'm a petty. Well, everyone.
He doesn't have much to say, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna send him out again. Yeah, pillage.
Thank you. Greer until I ended up.
And that's it?
Yeah, and then we're going to move along
2 more.
to the Morn guy. Let's see if he has anything to say now that we've given her the bad braille.
He is
tones.
really hard to see.
This place is
Okay, try resting at the bonfire. Actually, I was thinking maybe you should leave and then come back, because resting doesn't always reset things.
We'll try.
This place.
Yeah.
Leave
So-
and come back.
Yes. Leave entirely, come back. So, Marcus, I wanted to talk about something else for a little bit. I know we don't... we've been kind of digging around up this place.
Dicking around? You
I
mean
know.
talking about fucking sweet, tangible, juicy lore?
I know, it's pretty juicy, isn't it? I wanted to talk about this upcoming net neutrality thing that's coming up. Net neutrality is really good.
Well, so
That's
here's-
it. Boom, we're done.
No, but all right. So, both of us are patrons of Reddit,
Sure.
and it's all over the place on Reddit.
Uh,
He's not there.
oh. Okay.
Now what?
Is she there? Go check to see if she's there. You don't need to jump down, just look.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's go back outside to where the and then jump off the bridge. Like go outside to where you found Patches. No, go back out.
Oh, okay.
And then jump off the bridge about midway.
Got it. Oh, yeah, where the rocks are falling.
Yeah.
All right. So, but what I've seen about it is everybody is in favor of net neutrality.
Yes.
Except for like 4 people in the FCC.
No. They're the only ones who are vocal about their not liking it because they are the ones who have to give reasons for why they're going to remove net neutrality. However, most communication companies, such as Verizon and people like Comcast,
Obviously,
are in favor of it.
They are in favor of repealing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they benefit from it.
Yeah, it's a money grabbing scheme. For
knock
the
down
upper
the
class.
ladder on down there. That way, if you die, fall, or anything like that, you can just get right back up. Good.
Yeah, it's another money grabbing scheme for those who are in power in corporations, and just like the tax reform that's coming on, the trickle down economics, fucking stupid ass shit. Like
Reaganomics.
yeah,
all over again.
All over again. We've done it 2 times already and it hasn't worked. But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah. So net neutrality, I was explaining it to my 10-year-old, and he was all like, what the fuck? And I was trying to
He
explain it.
WTF'd it?
No,
Oh
he
my
didn't.
God.
Actually. But I was trying to explain it in a way that was a little bit more neutral, but, like explaining everybody's viewpoints on it. But really, net neutrality is not something that you can even really defend the other way. Like, there's no good argument for it, honestly.
Right. Corporations win and everybody else loses.
Hey, so Jake, if you look over here, it's these guys again.
You,
The egg.
me.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work this time. Although this isn't where they weren't the ones that brought you over. It was the big
Must
crow.
egg.
So you can give these people items again, same way as before. Come back for different items. Although in the previous game, in Dark Souls 1, you can only do it. Keep going. Turn around. Follow that path. You can only do it once per playthrough. In this one, you can do it as many times as you like, which is nice.
Got it.
So net neutrality is, I was explaining it to him, and even he understood that like there's no like good argument for it because the only people they say that they want this freedom. Hey, there you
Nice.
go. That's a good one. They want the freedom to be able to like remove all these regulations on them. Read it. What does it say? Silver ring depicting a snake that could have been but never was a dragon. Snakes are known as creatures of great avarice, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. If one's shackles are cause for discontent, perhaps it is time for some old-fashioned greed. It's kind of funny because you find this right behind where Patches is.
Oh,
Patches is like through that wall.
That's
He
hilarious.
can't get through there. But, or maybe he's like right through there. See?
Oh yeah, that's great.
It's a little funny that it's a good spot for it. Can you? I don't think you can make that jump.
I didn't.
All right. I think you're actually go back up there and take up that ladder because there's a crystal crystal lizard up there, back behind the church.
Ooh, yes, I remember.
So yeah, the way it's all, I don't know. I feel like everybody who would watch our show already knows about it, so I don't really feel the need to like get really in depth with it.
But I mean, the essence of it is net neutrality is in place to keep companies from throttling bandwidth and
Behind you.
and dictating what you can view for free.
Right, because the way that they see it is, they see it as people will pay a premium for fast speed. And it's not just people, it's companies, right? Like a company could pay a premium for fast speed. But that means, but what happens is when there's a normal speed and a fast speed, there is no such thing as normal and fast. There is fast and slow. And so basically, when you go to like a mom and pop website, or, you know, just
Sure.
Bob's Red Mills. That was the example I used. Because they're a good sized company, but they're not like massive.
Right.
You know, they're not like Amazon. So Amazon has to pay extra, right? Everybody has to pay extra to get better deals. You can leave now.
Can I kill him?
Don't do that. There's no need to. Oh, talk to him actually one more time, and he should give you a... Yep, there you go.
Oh, aren't you glad? Can't find anything you like.
Shut up.
What was I saying?
Bob's Red Mills, Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
pays
So
premium.
Amazon can pay, you know, I'm making up a number like 10 million for faster speed.
Sure.
But Bob can't, right? So you go to Bob's to buy, you know, grain. Except the
His
internet,
website.
his website's super slow. So you're like, fuck it, and you go somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
So you go to Amazon or wherever because they can afford it.
I mean, it's putting companies in fast and slow lanes is what it's doing.
Yeah, and I mean, this isn't even a new thing. This has been multiple times has been brought up, and every time we've fought it and like removed
Which is
it.
why it's so confusing. Why does it continue to be on the ballot when people have so resoundingly defeated it? I remember this net neutrality thing coming up a year ago
Because it's not a public like election. It's not a ballot thing. We don't vote on it.
You just have to go to your politicians and say fuck that.
they vote on it, and it's not like a public vote.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is that they basically are waiting for people to forget. They try every few months because they're like, oh, people won't care, because they're betting on apathy, which, to be fair, has been the case. Our generation tends to be fairly apathetic, except for recently. I feel like we've come back from that, and we've like started to really like fight against that apathy, especially with the recent election. It's like taught us like, oh no,
we should
voting really matters. You know,
how about that?
How about that? And I'm actually kind of glad for that, because I've always taught my kids that voting
You've
matters.
always been an old man. This is true.
Exactly. Right. But I'm super glad for the one thing that like Trump's like election has caused is it's really like
some self-actualization. Like it does matter, you know.
Yeah, it's caused people
but
to
at the
care.
same time, it doesn't, because he lost the popular vote.
The popular vote isn't how presidents are elected.
But
that is a sad truth, but it is the truth. Popular votes are not how the presidents are elected.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like saying that, oh yeah, your vote does matter.
Whoa!
Wow!
Hey, for just a moment though, take a look. Hey, you're in this crazy place, right?
Jesus
What's
Christ.
that all about? You're in a crypt now,
And there's no floor.
and this place was like built to like. Yeah, it's like you're like in a mini church or something, but this is underneath.
This is where they put the dead bodies.
What was that, Carthus Rouge? What's that about? Right here, bottom. Scarlet plant secretion. So it's not blood. Associated with the warriors of Carthus, whose blades take on the scarlet hues of both this sanguine substance and the spatters of their victims' blood. Sanguine is, I believe, another like word meaning like blood or.
To exsanguinate is to like take all the blood out of it.
There you go.
So
Okay, so continuing on with net neutrality is that, I do feel that this has caused people to care more, and that's why these votes keep coming up, though, is because they're expecting people to not give a shit every few months. They're waiting for people to, they keep it down low so that people won't notice.
yeah, they try to, but then
Well, it's because we're watching.
yeah, in the day and age of the
Watch
internet,
behind you.
people are like, no, everybody needs to fucking pay attention to this, because if you're on the internet right now, you obviously, like, this impacts you. But it reminds me of, like, kind of state marijuana laws, because it'll get defeated, and then it'll be on the ballot again next year, and then it'll be on the ballot again next year. Even though it was just defeated, why is it on the ballot again? I mean, you know, I'm
there are certain rules for putting something on a ballot, and if you meet those rules, then it comes back on.
Yeah, like if it was defeated or like the balance was, I think I don't necessarily.
I think it's good that things can come back, because imagine, you know, each generation may have a different opinion on it. Like imagine if,
but it's like 1 year to the next, so it's like it's not like a new generation is.
It doesn't even matter. Think of this. Let's say we're pretty left-leaning guys, right?
Sure.
Roe v. Wade, what if that went the other way? We would want that not to be permanent, right? We'd want to try and repeal that over and over again as many times as we can. Go the other way.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Just because we, you know, agree or don't agree with a vote doesn't mean that the vote shouldn't continue to come up, because we might change our minds too. You know, there might be a good argument the other way, and we might be like, you know what, we were wrong.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the
as
things.
if anybody could admit that they were wrong.
I guess that's one of the things about net neutrality is like, no, there is no like good the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't backstab skeletons. It's a classic D&D thing. No, they shouldn't even be taking as much damage from my piercing weapon. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, net neutrality is very indefensible. Like it's really the only reason for it is greed, and that's a lot of. Watch out! There's a trap right in front of you.
Batty.
There you go. There's a good, like, I don't know. The only argument for it is greed and money, and sometimes there are government regulations that are good. You know, like sometimes,
sure, of course.
Like you can't have an unregulated market, period, because that seems to be the wet dream for everybody, is to like have an unregulated market, but that's like impossible. There's no such thing. It's only how much you regulate it, right?
Sure.
There's got to be some regulations, otherwise.
And that's what they're
pirates too.
And that's what they're asking for, is an unregulated market to where they can just dictate whatever they want.
Well, they specifically want one regulation removed, but sometimes people are voting to remove it because they think there should be no regulations on things. You know, like they don't actually hear the individual argument. They just want no regulations because they believe that markets should be so free that there's no.
So they don't care to actually investigate what they're.
Nope.
Liar
ahead.
They don't care to actually investigate what they're voting for or against. They just hear key phrases and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is good."
I think some people vote based on watch out
party
lines.
There's
a guy like right behind you.
People based on party lines like more than ever before.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
The partisanship of America right now is fucking sickening. Like,
watch out.
You know, the guys in Alabama, like people would rather vote for a fucking like sex offender pedophile than they would for a Democrat.
Well, he hasn't been elected just yet, so we don't actually know that.
No, but he's the Republican.
But he hasn't. The fact that he wasn't immediately removed makes sense, because I understand that there are certain rules that they couldn't remove him.
Come on,
but if they vote and he is not, like if he wins, then yeah,
I don't
we
even
can
think
say
there's
whatever
like.
Well, they can't remove him from the ballot because of the laws,
right?
Which I understand. That's the laws.
I have no faith in a write-in.
Oh shit. Yeah, but there is someone fighting it, right? Like
there's a Democrat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want you to think he's just by himself and they're waiting on the write-in.
But that's pretty much it. I don't think that.
Around, I think there.
No, I know where I'm wrong. I don't think that Alabama is going to elect a Democrat. Like, I think they would rather vote for a fucking pedophile than a Democrat.
Well, I guess we'll find out about that one.
Which is just absolutely insane.
It is pretty insane.
And I mean, people just blindly voting along party lines. Like, oh, this guy says he's a blah blah, so he automatically has my support.
All right, but we're getting a little off of it.
Okay,
we do want to focus
back to net neutrality.
Net neutrality is very important because it's just something that will change the internet to it will be unrecognizable from what it is now.
Wait, will it get us more viewers?
No, actually. If anything, it will get us less.
Guys, oppose this so hard.
We already have very few viewers, so yeah.
At least the ones we have are like great. But
no, in fact, it is
God,
only
I'm
good
leaving those
for
guys.
big communications people. Hey, that's Henri. Don't lead the bunch of enemies.
Why doesn't she fucking help?
She looks like she's having issues.
Okay, well she can fucking PMS later.
Wow, dude.
You said it. You said issues. She's a woman. I assume she's having woman issues.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate.
Obviously, she needs a quarter.
Have
for
you seen
candles.
my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since.
There's no other option
Yes,
because
I
you actually
see.
have not seen Horace.
Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice
Doubt
the
it.
resolve.
We've already established that he's like
If you happen upon him, please tell him
halfway to Hollow.
It does
that I
seem that
remain in
way.
the catacombs, and will lay
Does that
prison
truly?
stones to guide him,
I'm practicing.
as
in the
always.
mirror.
Yeah, so
Please
anyway, so
send
there
him my
is a
word.
vote
I beg of
for
you.
net neutrality coming up. And I'm sure
May the
everybody who
flames
listens
guide
to our
your
show
way.
has already signed petitions
If
or
you have
called
some
or
other, I will
texted or
please
done whatever
tell
they
Sucked
they
all the dicks.
they need to at least let their congressman know. I know where we are, our congressmen and senators and all those are a pretty good. We agree with them because we've voted for them. You lost the crystal lizard. That's all there is up here.
I got it.
Hey, you got it!
Yeah.
Oh, get out of there!
Jesus Christ.
So like, I mean, we let them know, but we're not worried that our representatives are going to
Because
vote against
yes,
what we believe in.
We live in.
Yeah, you just walk right
We
past
live
that.
in a state. We live in a state that our politicians actually agree with most of the populace.
Yeah, and if they don't, at least they vote that way. So that's all that really matters. You know, it
Right.
doesn't
They don't
matter
have to
whether you
actually
agree.
agree.
It doesn't matter if you agree or not. If you vote the way we say you should vote, then that's fine with
Yeah,
me.
if you want to get reelected.
Yeah. Well, that is kind of an issue, isn't it? That's its own issue
Is
where
the
people
re-election?
is the and they wanted. I know that the founders and the framers wanted people to fight to
Fight the power.
seek re-election frequently.
Seek lest.
But yeah, they wanted people to bear seek less.
Jesus Christ!
It's pretty rough.
Fucking guy's goddamn beefiest tankiest beef tank ever.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
there's an item.
Knew that was gonna
So
happen.
this, there's a ball of undead glory.
What a funny like.
Right? It's so like not in the in
Yeah.
the
right?
serious tone of Dark Souls. It's just like, by the way, ball of skeleton undead.
Ball of undead death coming at you,
It's hilarious. I love it.
and it just keeps yo-yoing back and forth for no reason.
Well, there is a person casting it to your right.
This guy.
Yeah.
With the pirate hat.
Yep. Kill him. You might want to. Okay, now wait for it. Come by. No, follow it.
Oh, that was neat.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever experienced that guy.
Hey, look at that.
Fuck yeah.
Watch out behind you.
Watch my six.
Okay, wait. I think we've gone far enough in this episode, I think.
We've gone too
We've,
far, some might say.
So I think it's a good place to stop.
Sure. Hey, for now, this has been Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And until next time, don't go hollow.